everyone is having. I hope everybody's having a great, wonderful day, great, wonderful week as we continue to move forward to the wintertime. And I wanted to cover three quick items with you this morning, okay? Three quick items with you this morning. I appreciate all the dealers being on the call today. And once again, appreciate all you're doing. The first thing that I want to talk to you about real quick is, we've talked about this before, and I'm going to continue to reiterate, the springtime, going into the spring sales cycle, you've got quite a bit of time. Really gets kicked up in March, and then we go all the way through the end of October, so you got time. Now we're getting down to the end of that sales window, right? And so it's very, very important that, it's very, very important that you understand that, and that you understand that, you really only have probably first or second week in November is really, after that thing, it could go either way. There's a lot of questions there. What's going to happen to the market? What's going to happen with the election? All of that good stuff, okay? So make sure that you are taking advantage of September, October, first couple weeks of November, depending on what the winter's looking like. Some Farmer's Almanac is calling for a heavy winter. Some people are saying it's not going to be so heavy. So there's a lot of just ifs out there, especially going into the winter. So you need to be focused on this sales window over the next 8 weeks, all right? Be focused on this sales window over the next 8 weeks leading into November to get those ads up, staying at the lot longer, making more phone calls to really take advantage of that. Number two, let's talk real quick about On Compass. One of the things that we're trying to do is give dealers more visibility when it comes to commissions, okay? So it's very, very important that you're looking at that and understand that dashboard, which is the Compass commission module, is going to easily tell you what is still pending from a commission standpoint, okay? You're able to look at it real quick and say, okay, bam, I forgot to get signatures on page 4. My initial payment's not been turned in. The customer hasn't sent it in yet. I need to call and get that bill and to try to get that bill and delivered ASAP on a cash sale so I can collect the other 100%. Like, this is the way for you to get paid faster, okay? And it's very important that you're keeping up with this. So far, we've seen a very, very good feedback from the dealers. They've been able to jump on things quickly and easily when it comes to, things like halt delivery or commission issues or things of that nature. So use this to your advantage, especially RTO. Get those things paid, get that money in your bank account, know what's out there, know what issues are so we can get those squared away super quick, all right? And then the third thing is understanding market conditions, okay? Understanding market conditions. I was on the road all last week in North Carolina. I'll be on the road this week, seeing some dealers in Ohio, seeing some dealers in Indiana. I'll come back next week to go into Virginia, and then I will head back to Indiana and Ohio and Michigan. And so it's very important that you understand market conditions, all right? And market conditions right now, there's some major things going on in the market. Number one, builder lack of inventory. Many of your competitors are struggling with inventory because of sales. If they're not struggling with inventory, it's because their buildings are terrible and nobody wants them, straight up. I'm going to give you an honest answer, okay? So, from an inventory standpoint, there are inventory issues going on everywhere. There's supply issues going on everywhere. The cost of lumber is 3 and 4 times the normal cost. The cost of OSB is 3 and 4 times the normal cost. Having the ability to get supplies, lumber, building materials to build buildings is going to be very difficult for some of these smaller shops, okay? Thank goodness Sheds Direct has a tremendous relationship with some of these suppliers, and we're able to hedge and help them out when they're down, and they're able to help us out when we need additional supplies. So we're good. That's not the issue, but many of the small shops out there, we're already seeing many small shops, regional shops, close their doors. We saw one in South Carolina last week. We're seeing 1 or 2 in Ohio right now currently that just can't get material.
Okay, I'm on
and
the
if
meeting.
they can, if they can get material, you know, it costs so high. Some of these smaller shops are, you know, struggling to get supplies. Okay, so make sure you're understanding what's going on around you. And then the third thing with that market conditions piece is most of your competitors, many of them have, many of those competitors have already taken price increases, substantial price increases, okay? Old Hickory, 15%. We know for a fact some of the builders in North Carolina are taking 18 to 20% price increases. I already know for a fact that some of the competitors in Ohio took a 14% price increase last week or 2 weeks ago, and then they're taking another 8% price increase in October. So it's very important in the month of September that you understand what's going on around you. Also, most of your competitors will be raising prices on lot buildings, and of course that's something we don't ever do. But they're also, with the price increase, they're having to raise the cost of lot buildings due to the cost of supply and demand, or due to the cost of supplies due to supply and demand being so outrageous. Plus you have hurricanes in the Gulf right now, and so the cost of building materials has skyrocketed. Things like building materials, pontoon boats, boats in general, four-wheelers, side-by-sides, lawnmowers, chainsaws, weed eaters, campers. Many of these items right now are in extreme high demand, but the cost of goods is increasing rapidly, okay? So make sure you understand, if you have a regional builder around you, if you have a certain competitor around you, make sure you're double checking and triple checking, because many of them, if they haven't taken a crazy price increase in the last week or two, they're going to in the next couple of weeks, and they'll be raising lot models as well. Also, off-lot deliveries for many competitors is 6 to 7 weeks right now. We got a call yesterday about Old Hickory. One of their, I know in North Carolina, their off-lots are at 8 weeks, and their 2 builds are at 14 weeks. Pineview in North Carolina, another example of that as well. We've already got multiple reports from dealers in Ohio or competitors in Ohio that their 2 builds are beginning to stretch very, very long, much longer than ours. Their off-lot deliveries are stretching much longer than ours as well. So you need to know this stuff going into the fall, and you need to understand that from a competitive standpoint, what is around you and what is going on in the market currently right now, okay? So those are the 3 things, that the main things I wanted to follow up today. One, like I said, we talked about, we talked about knowing your sales window. Man, we got about 2 more months of good sales window before, who knows, if we have a mild winter, we'll be fine. If we have a harsh winter, it's going to be tough. So make hay while the sun shines, number 1. Number 2, look at that Compass commission module on your Compass desktop. Know what's out there. Know what things you need to get squared away and fixed, payments you need to get in, signatures, so you can get paid for those buildings. And number 3, market conditions. There are some struggles going on in the market, especially with your competitors, concerning price increases, getting supplies to build, getting all that lot inventory, whatever it may be. There are some lead times for off-lots and 2 builds is pushing way out there. And so it's very understand that you're understanding the importance of that when concerning your competitors and your competition, okay? So on that note, we're going to turn it over to question and answer real quick. Dee, go ahead and unmute everyone. Does anybody have any questions concerning some of the stuff we talked about today? Any questions? Any questions? All righty, guys. Well, if you don't have any questions, or if you didn't want to ask them, something comes to mind later on, we're going to try to make this call quick and easy. Next call will be a little bit longer. But ask your DM, shoot John White an email, shoot myself an email on anything we talked about today. And once again, guys, continue to do a tremendous job there in Ohio. continue to lead the way, continue just to, I mean, each week we're seeing amazing things. We're seeing amazing sales. We're seeing dealers really step up and come to the challenge. So once again, guys, great job. Keep up the great work. Keep doing a tremendous job. And once again, keep selling. I'll talk to you soon.